Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a pack. Finna guarantee though. Move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reasonite, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todos tus raperos favoritos paniqueados, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No hay nadie que pueda conmigo, Dios es mi testigo. I'm the one that shut it down. Just the light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Yeah, so that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I do the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at Nice Guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. This lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it, a dash on wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. So lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
Boss, I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just on my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making them verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for I just ain't ready to whittle teeth. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it, a dash on wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably see the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
All right, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this. Gangsta Brazil.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This out quickly to Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Eckler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Donald Parham, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Ever see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got a man complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play blown up on a really nice effort by Jerry Tillery.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Lawrence to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. It's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
First down catch there by Gerald Everett, who made the move to the Los Angeles Chargers, knowing that they enjoy utilizing their tight ends. Remember Antonio Gates, Hunter Henry? Everett hoping to be next in line at that position to give them big-time performances.
And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another tote for Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 47 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards, the final tally.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Herbert on first down now. This is caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, 29 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. McCann's got it teed up. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Draw play, Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 52 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action with Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they leap in. He's got it. He got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. It's Eckler again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Herbert. That is caught inside the 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They snap it to Herbert. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen from 3 yards out. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. 82 yards on the ground for him so far.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
and they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown! Jalen Guyton from 6 yards away. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. McCann's got it teed up. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 44, Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down. Here's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you? And, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Herbert off of play action. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A give, Eckler running to the right, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And now the rookie's free. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. McCann's got it teed up. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Herbert now. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluokun.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Boy, 194 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Eckler. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things. And now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 212 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.